And good evening. It's great to have you with us on a busy Friday night. I'm Tom Yamas, in for David. And as we end another week of the coronavirus pandemic, America has reached a grim new milestone, even as several states lift restrictions and gamble on reopening businesses. Tonight, we remember the lives lost here in the U.S., the number now topping 50,000, more than 3,000 since yesterday. Hardest hit New York, coming down from the peak, still with 422 deaths in the past 24 hours. The governor is fearing a second wave in the fall, saying this could just be halftime. In Detroit, the sad funeral procession for a 5-year-old Skylar Herbert, the daughter of 2 Detroit first responders. The virus took her life. Georgia, one of the states lifting restrictions, customers returning to hair salons, tattoo parlors, and bowling alleys. Some business owners eager to open, others fearing it's too soon. President Trump signing the latest aid measure, $484 billion. Who will it help? And will it save jobs? And with millions out of work, the long lines at food banks like this one here in Miami Lakes, Florida, and the unemployment checks that haven't arrived. Yet across the country, there is strong support for the measures in place. A new ABC News Ipsos poll finding 86% believe social distancing and stay-at-home orders are responsible policies that save lives. A lot to get to tonight. We begin with ABC's Steve Osunsami in Atlanta, Georgia, speaking with some of the first customers as businesses open their doors.
This is what reopening businesses looks like in Georgia tonight.
Have you been in contact with any person diagnosed with COVID-19 in the past 14 days?
Taking temperatures at nail salons to make sure customers aren't sick, wearing plastic shields in beauty shops and wearing masks under those, keeping 6 feet of social distance at gyms.
Nervous, anxiety, all that too, but we all want to come back to work.
Regina Herschel says after 5 long weeks with no way to pay her bills, she was determined to come to work today.
If we don't work, we'll be homeless or hungry, and that's not possible, so we got to take this risk.
This was her first customer in more than a month.
I trust my stylist to take the necessary precautions to keep me safe.
And it's not just Georgia. Authorities in several states are now allowing some businesses to reopen starting today and Monday.
I don't think it's too soon, no. I think it's about right on time.
This is happening as the coronavirus crisis continues and the death toll in this country reaches 50,000 Americans. In New York State, which has suffered more than any other, they are not opening anything yet.
People are talking about potential for the virus to come back in the fall, which means the game isn't over, which means the game could be just at halftime. So let's make sure we're learning the lessons of what has happened thus far.
But at the same time, in New York City, the FEMA Field Hospital at the Javits Center is now scheduled to close next month. And that Navy hospital ship is leaving next week. Numbers are improving, but New York's governor says don't be fooled.
If you say, well, we're done, can't stay in the house anymore, let's just reopen. Just start business tomorrow. Let's go. What happens? That's what happens. All the progress we made is gone.
Even big department stores like Macy's and Gap that are struggling to survive say they won't open back up in Georgia just yet, even if authorities allow. The protests to reopen economies are picking up. This was at the state capitol in Wisconsin today. On the beaches in Ventura County, California, there are crowds. Tonight, authorities are reminding residents that no sunbathing is allowed and you have to keep moving. There's a story out of Michigan that speaks to recovery. The 2 parents of these twin boys who were born premature at this hospital in Detroit are meeting their twins for the first time. Mom and dad tested positive for COVID-19. This is the moment when it was safe to hold their children. And in New York tonight, a gift from a retired Kansas farmer to the governor of New York.
If you could, would you please give this mask to a nurse or doctor in your state?
A farmer named Dennis sent a mask with this letter saying he has a wife with diabetes and 1 lung, but still wanted to help.
How beautiful is that?
An incredible act right there by that farmer. Steve joins us now from Atlanta. And Steve, there in Georgia, we will see more businesses allowed to open in the coming days?
That's right, Tom. On Monday, both movie theaters and restaurants will be allowed to fully reopen, but we've spoken with a number of restaurant owners who tell us that they won't open their dining rooms even though they can because they're more concerned about the safety of both their customers and their staff. Tom?
Steve Osunsami with those major new developments today. All right, Steve, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.